I'm not ready for the second.
Yeah, we can honestly we can do that if you want. I don't have a preference either way. I didn't get a hold of Julie. Well, she texted me today and I texted her back because I got her number from her because her email is kind of hard to use or whatever. Just I don't know if she checks it very much or what. And so if that's an easier way too for you to contact me, I can give you my number or whatever. Or if it's just you're pretty reachable on email and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
I check my email a lot. I'm sorry I
yeah,
didn't
I
get
do
to it
too.
earlier.
So
But,
I check my email like multiple times a day. So.
okay. Yeah, I'm fine with just emails. That's perfect.
Yeah, that's totally fine then. But yeah, she would like to start meeting on Mondays.
Mhm.
If it's possible. It's honestly up to you because Gary and my schedule's pretty open. So.
Yeah, no. Monday's perfectly fine with me. That's not a problem.
All right, and then let's see. What did she text me? Because I asked her what time what time would be like the earliest or whatever for her that she could do it or anything. And she said anytime after 3:30 Mountain Time she can do it.
Oh, okay. So we can probably just keep to our same time.
Yeah, so let's just be doing that 7 on Mondays.
Hold on, my kids. Okay.
Alright, I'm just pulling this up now. Oh, and my computer was giving me such problems during the test. Like, it was just freezing and SPSS wouldn't work, and I was, like, freaking out.
Oh.
It was causing such a problem. Like, I just could not get things to open and load. Because I didn't buy, like, the software. I just do, like, the...
That's how I do it, yeah.
Yeah, but it runs, like, really slow sometimes. It's probably because everybody was probably on it.
Yeah. No,
I took it, like, last minute. I took it, like, Saturday night, right before it closed, like...
Oh, wow. Yeah, my husband had a snow day, and I was able to take it. He had the kids out in the other room, and then I was able just to take
nice. Yeah, you're like, yes, please. Okay. Sorry, I'm finally getting this back open again. Right.
Yeah, my math on these ones, I know that part of my math on this is not right. Like, I think I have the formula right, but then when I go through and put it in my little calculator, it just isn't pulling up correctly. Because I really don't think a z-score can be 757.
Let's see, you said number 4?
Oh, no, a z-score.
Oh, z-score. Yeah, I don't think so.
No. And I'm like, there's something not right. What is
You're like, okay, I'll look at it as soon as I'm going through or whatever. Okay, so obviously so number 3, it's each slice represents a category.
Yes.
Okay, and then 4, the only difference, right?
Yeah. Then 5 would be the true proportion.
Yep.
And 6, of course, is the sample size.
I was like, I know that one.
That one's easy, yeah.
I know. And then 40 for number 7.
Okay, so what's the formula you used to get that? Because I
Okay, so this is like super stupid, but what I've noticed is I can never get this one right either. So I need to do some more. I need to watch the video and see how he does this or whatever.
Right.
But what I've learned and anything I was doing, anytime it's like times 10 or something. Because whenever it's like 1 by 4, the answer's 10. And then there was all these practice problems I was doing, and it was like basically 1 second or 1/2, or whatever, and the answer was 20. So it's like, I don't know, you basically multiply it by 10.
Huh.
But okay. I need to do more research on that because, especially before I do the homework or whatever too, but
yeah,
because I couldn't figure it out. Like, every time I do it, I think I'm doing it right, but it never comes out the same. But then when I do it, the basically, you know, times 40 or whatever, it works every time. Or times, I mean.
Yeah, I had no idea on that one. I think I'm gonna have to just wait to watch his little video on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Figure
too.
it
And
out.
I don't know if I did this one right. It's 0.4 I have.
Yeah, that's what I got too.
Okay. I feel a little better if you did it.
Yeah, because the mean of P, what is that? I don't remember what he calls it.
No, P hat.
P hat?
Yeah, I think that's what he calls it, is P hat.
Yeah. The mean of P hat is basically the same as the mean. Tyler, be careful with me. Sorry.
No, you're still fine.
I told you after Mom's done.
So what's the difference, though, also, in number 8, what's the difference between how it says P up top, you know, 0.4, that P, and then the one in number 10, which is P 0.3?
You don't mind it.
Or are those the same?
They're not the same.
Okay. Because sometimes he will, like, sometimes they're capitalized or, like, they're in this, you know, whatever the weird font, but then sometimes they're not, and so I'm not sure. That's why I've been, like, really hard, like, keeping track of the two, because I'm not sure always which one he's talking about.
Like a
Okay. So the mean of the sample proportions is the same as the mean.
Okay.
Just like the mean of the sample means.
Yeah.
When you're using, you know, the U, the mean of the sample means is the same as the mean. So with that, I think that's what it is the mean of the sample proportions is the proportion. But then for some reason I have on here that number 10 is 35. And I think that's what it is, but now I'm not sure.
10 is 35, and yeah, that's the one I didn't do because I figured it out, which is funny because I could. The other two is fine, but I just couldn't figure out this one.
This is high tide.
oh yeah, is that high tide?
Yeah.
And Gary's out of town today or whatever, so he just emailed me his answers, and so he has answers here, but he hasn't got a chance to explain any of them to me, so...
What does he have as the answer?
He has... let's see... 0.3.
0.3.
Yeah, but... He just wrote this out on a piece of paper, but then it has an X by it. So I'm like, is that X? What is that X for? I always tell him, like, you can't add any more symbols into math. Like, it's already hard enough for me. You can't just put a random X in there, because I think it's, like, part of the homework or something.
Yeah, I think he's right. What is the p hat around 2 decimal places? Why did
And that would mean, though, it's the same as the P up top, which I didn't think it was. Let's see. So British Irish. Okay, so what is the formula for this? I'm just going to try doing it again.
the standard deviation or the...
The finding the p hat for this, for number 10. Because we have to do, let's see. I can't remember how to put her batting average in there.
We want to determine the probability she will get more than 35 hits and her score, and that's where you do the z-score and use the app and all that stuff. And now I can't find it.
Oh, that's what I'm looking for
No.
right now.
And that's 1, 11,
See, I know how to figure out the z-score, the formula, I think. Yeah, the z-score,
What you
I
doing,
don't
bud?
know if you can even see this. It would be the p hat minus p. And when he does it that way,
Push you off of
when
the
I was
stool.
looking at watching the videos, he uses the sample mean.
Well, and on this too, if we're trying to find p hats,
It was 35.
then how would we minus it?
And Oxford says Jeremy.
Sample.
Oh, really?
Say Jeremy.
Really? They say Jeremy? That's kind of rude, though.
Yeah. But I keep on hearing that.
You know? Stuff like this type.
But say it. It's kind of
Sample of 30. See, because it would be a sample of 100, right? And
Mm-hmm.
they want to see if she gets more than 35. So wouldn't it be 35 minus the p, which would be 0.3, but then that would make 35 the p hat
Maybe.
in the formula.
Yeah.
But see, when I put it that way, when I do the 35 as the p hat and the 0.3 as just a regular p, and the standard deviation, and all that comes out, that I have the z-score of 757. So I've got to be wrong somewhere, because I don't think a z-score can be that high.
Yeah, no.
It can be higher than what? 4, right?
And then Gary has, what's funny is he has that, and then he has an X drawn by it, but then he also has, what is the standard deviation of p hat? He has 0.046,
That's what I have.
and then the z-score, it's 1.091.
Okay. So I got the
I'll keep
standard deviation. His standard deviation and my standard deviation are the same.
Okay, so we can probably conclude that that is right. And I didn't do, since I couldn't figure out 10, I didn't do 11,
or
12, or 13, because I couldn't figure out the top one, so I was like, okay, I'm not going to be able to. So
if you just go by,
then if we just do the standard, since we already know then the standard deviation, does that help us at all then with the problem up top? How do we reverse a standard deviation?
well, when you have the standard deviation, to find the standard deviation, it's the square root of p times 1 minus p divided by n. So it's the square root of that whole thing. I don't know if you can see my paper. Whoa!
Okay, yeah, I can see it.
Maybe. I remember writing that down.
And I think you're right. I'm just trying to think. I'm wishing there was a way to undo it so we could know what the original thing was, because that's the only problem. Is I can't find this. I'm looking for this, how to do this stupid problem.
See, that doesn't tell us what p hat is. That just tells us what the standard deviation of p hat is.
Yeah, but I'm saying if we have the standard deviation of it, I'm saying I wish we could reverse it so it would
Right.
tell us what p hat was. But obviously that's
Wouldn't that be nice?
probably not probable. But I'm looking right now in the
See, but then to find the z-score.
I'm looking in the homework right now to see if I can find it.
Would be the p hat minus p divided by the standard deviation. That's the z-score.
What's the time? I made
And you want less than. Oh, that's just fun. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I found this part where it's talking about the standard deviation of p hat, but I cannot find where it tells you how to calculate for that. Yeah, there's the z-score.
Let me do something.
Oh, here we go. P hat equals x over n. So, let's see, n is obviously the people that were polled. In this example, it's saying there was, yeah. And x is of the respondents that said they would vote. In this case, the proportion is in favor of the polling. So it would. So then, wouldn't we do? We would do 100 would be n, and then the number of bats would be how many
Okay.
it gets, right?
Which would be 35.
Oh my gosh, go away! This thing is stupid. My calculator got on some weird plot thing, and now I can't get out of it.
Oh no. Well, it'd be 0.35.
Okay, there we go. So, or would it be more because it said over 35 hits? So would we do 36 then?
Well, with the part where it'd be over 35 hits, that's when you use the app.
Okay.
So
Well, then-
you calculate it for with the 35, and then you'd go to the app, and you'd go over 35 to find the p-value or whatever it is. Because that'll be the next step down. After you find the z-score, you put that in the app.
So, well, how that didn't give us the
Less than
z-score, though.
35.
That just gave us p hat.
Right, that gives us the p-hat.
Okay, so what we just did was 35 divided by 100, and
Right.
then that's the p hat. Then the next, to find the standard deviation, that's when we would have to find the z-score, and then use the z-score would give us, we put it in the app, and then that gives us the standard deviation of p hat.
Right.
Was that correct?
So,
I was repeating it all because I was making sure I understood it right.
yeah. So you find the p-hat, which is the 0.35, and then you got to find the standard deviation. And then after that, you find the z-score. Use the z-score in the app, and you shade in the part that's less than the z-score because it's less than 35 hits.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you'd get your probability. Oh, joy. Okay.
Okay, so let's see if I'm doing this right.
p-hat would be 0.35. The standard deviation.
What the heck?
Yeah, this is going to change my answer dramatically. Okay.
So I put this in here. The one, no, where did it go? 1.091. Then I only do the less than one.
So the z-score you got was 1.091.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I just did the calculation for that. Sorry.
No,
You're a
so
step
fine.
ahead of me. All right, 1.091. That makes a lot more sense. And then I'm going to pull up the probability app, put in my 1.091, and then shade in everything that is to the left of it to get the less than, which would be 0.8624.
So just
Round to the
0.62.
nearest 3 point. Yeah.
Oh wait, why is mine different? We're doing everything to the left of what?
Of the 1.091.
Okay, alright, that makes sense now.
Were you doing it with the negative part?
Yeah, I was just doing it on the one side. Okay, and so my other question then is, for getting the standard deviation of p hat,
Uh-huh.
how did we do that?
That would be the square root of the entire thing, which would be p
Oh, that's that whole thing. Okay, yes.
times 1 minus p divided by n. So it would be the
And then
square
the
root,
square root.
yeah, of 0.3, and then 1 minus 0.3 divided by 100.
And yeah, this is the calculation that I'm looking at right now.
Yeah.
And so here's what confuses me too. Like this, how it has the square root of, p times parenthesis 1 minus whatever. Both of those in the homework, they look like different p's. So I'm like, is it the same p? Or do they just look slightly different because of the text or what? And so that's why I get so confused, is because I'm like, okay, I don't know if I have this.
It's like sometimes it's a capital P and sometimes it's a lowercase p.
Yeah, or sometimes it's like the little graph that he puts in there. So I'm like, I'm very scared.
Yeah. No, that's what it is, I think.
And then, so starting 14, I've got my answers for that or whatever. So 14, I have 1.011.
1.011?
Or, sorry, no, I don't know why I just said that. 0.011.
Okay. There we go, yeah.
You're like, no.
And then I got this.
And then for 15, negative 1.790.
I got negative 1.708, but it's probably because of the way I calculated it with rounding. So 0.5 minus 0.52 divided by the square root, the standard deviation. Because I only have a calculator that is on the computer desk, I don't have one of those fun, like, big grafting calculators.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever I
Grafting one from my...
Whenever I find the standard deviation, I tend to use that standard deviation in the z-score. So it tends to make my numbers just slightly off.
Yeah. Mine is so, like, complicated, I don't even know how to use the dumb thing. I had to get it for my organic chemistry class, and it's like, I don't even understand how to use the dumb calculator half the time, because it's like, you do so much with it. I'm like, what?
Uh-huh.
You can even play games on it.
The basics.
Yeah, you can even play games on this calculator. I'm like, what the? People are, like, playing games in class on it, and I'm like, you seriously have games on your calculator?
It's like a smartphone.
I know, exactly.
Yeah. No, in high school we had them, and we had to use them with our algebra and geometry classes and stuff.
Yeah.
And I used to play with them. I could never figure out how to get the games up on them, but they were fun to play with. And then I know my husband has one, and I used it when I actually took the regular math class.
Mhm.
but I haven't been able to find it. So this math class, I've just been using the computer calculator.
Yeah, you're like, okay. Alright, so I'm trying to do this, see if I can do the last question right now by doing the same
Okay,
thing as I did up
so
here.
with 16, where it says the probability to compute using the normal probability app,
Uh-huh.
let me see, your results are getting less than 50. So you'd want to do, is it
It'd be the second
big
one.
Z less than or equal to the little z?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was thinking it was, but I'm like, wait, where's the,
Yeah.
it's coming in with the capitals and the lower cases.
I
Ah!
know, once again, you're like, you're killing me. Okay, and then I don't have an answer for the last one.
Okay.
I want to see if I can. Well, you're probably gonna have to walk me through it. But I'm trying to see if I can do it by. Because so first I'll have to get the standard deviation, which is that whole the square root of blah 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 blah.
Well, you already have your z-score, right?
Um.
You figured out the z-score.
Oh, I didn't realize that was. Yes, sorry, I totally didn't even figure out. So I already have the z-score. So then all I have to do is just put that in the app.
Yeah.
And since it's negative, I put it below. Oh my gosh, my computer is being retarded. It keeps like, it won't copy and paste things. And I'm trying to do it, but then, so I already before I was copy and pasting the 0.1376. Well, now it won't copy and paste what I'm trying to, this z-score. It's copy and pasting the thing that I was trying to copy and paste before, but it wouldn't.
I love that.
I know, it's just so great. Okay. Forget it, I'm just gonna put it. Oh, now it's copied. Okay, what was the z-score we had for 15?
I got a negative 1.708, but you had negative 1.79 something, I think.
90. I'm just gonna try putting this in because now it won't work. Okay, and so now with this one, keep losing candidate. Probably the service will show the losing candidate even though it should be. Okay, so which part of this do I shade then?
So in the regular one, it's getting less than 50% of the votes.
So then I would shade
Less than the z-score, which is a negative, so you only shade the lower part of it.
Oh, okay. I get so confused.
Yeah, anytime it's a negative and you want to know less than, you do the left part of whatever it is, the negative part. But when it's a positive, you got to make sure that you shade in all of everything that's lower than whatever that positive number is.
So whichever side too, so if I'm putting, whatever side I'm putting the z-score in, if I'm saying it's less than, so if it's the positive z-score and I'm saying it's less than that, then I would shade both the center and the all the way to the left. But then if it's a negative and I'm saying more than, then I would do the same thing, but all the way to the right as well.
Right.
Center and then right. Okay.
Yeah, so it all depends on if your
whether or not I'm supposed to. I'm really good on the ends, but I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to shade the center or not. Like, I always get that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got 0.037 for that?
0.044, but that's because I have a little bit different.
Okay.
But yeah, they're close. And
yeah, we should be okay.
You probably have the most correct answer because you're using that fun calculator.
Yeah.
And my answers are kind of rounded.
That's totally fine. Alright.
But I'm not going to submit it right now because I want to wait and double check the answers.
Yeah.
With because he said that all of this week's homework's not due till Saturday.
Oh, I didn't read that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna save this for later then.
Yeah. So, yeah, because he got on and did a thing. He said that because, you guys redid the statistics class or the test on Monday, he moved all the deadlines.
That was nice.
I think it was an email. Where did I read that? Now I just want to double check. Where did I read it?
You're like, where? Actually, does that exist?
Where was it?
That
I'm not sure.
matter.
It was in the notes, maybe? For week 8.
What's some music?
Yeah.
And what's funny
I'll move
too
the
is that
deadline for all homework onto Saturday, March 7th. I'll be conducting the live class meeting on Wednesday, March 4th. So, it's
okay.
in his notes.
All right, so I'll just post this then as lesson 16, and then what was I going to say? And then you want to meet Thursday at 7 for the next one?
Tyler, please turn it off. Yeah, Thursday at 7 would be good.
Okay. All right, awesome. Thank you for your help.
No,
Sorry
thank
to
you.
go in a shambles this week.
Crazy.
Well, have a good night, and I will talk to you soon.
Sounds good. Thanks so much.
Yeah, see ya.
Yeah.
Bye.